Ladies and gentlemen, please throw your hands in the air for the greatest podcast on earth when it comes to music, sports, and culture. Disabled is Abled with your host, Eli and Fredy. So put your hands together if you are ready to get the show started. Let's go.
Peace. Welcome to another episode of Disabled is Able. We're going to call this our holiday edition.
Yes.
I am in the building. I am Dad. I am with the host of the show, the host with the most. This is Eli. I am sitting in for Fredy, who's over in Colombia. Why do I always get that wrong? He's over in Colombia getting ready to celebrate the holidays himself.
Yes,
shout out to Fredy. You know what I'm saying? Doing big things on the baseball teams out there. Yep. Learning the craft of repairing injuries, being a personal trainer, helping people.
Yeah, being around the players.
Understanding the culture that comes.
And he said watching baseball is different in the bullpen than like.
Oh, absolutely, because you hear strategy.
Yeah.
You know what they're trying to do.
Right.
Everything is laid out. Right. So shout out Fredy for that.
Yes. Happy holidays to all the people out there.
Happy holidays to everybody. Hanukkah. Christmas, Kwanzaa, whatever it is that you do celebrate, we want to wish you a happy holiday. How you feeling?
Feeling good. I finished an important game I was playing for like 2 weeks.
What was this game again?
It was God of War Ragnarok.
So you finally beat the game?
I finally beat the game. Took me a minute.
So do you feel like it was worth it?
I do.
2 weeks of your life gone.
I do.
For a video game.
I do. I ain't gonna hold you. I do.
You do.
I was just very composed. I kept dying over and over at the dumb part.
But you kept persevering.
I kept persevering and figured it out.
All right, I like it. Well, let's get this show started.
You're listening to the sounds of Disabled is Abled podcast.
Let's start this off by congratulating Messi and Argentina.
Second button.
Second button, man.
Messi in Argentina. He wins his first World Cup.
Yes.
All right, first World Cup.
He pretty much has all the accolades now.
Now he has. That's the crowning achievement.
The crowning achievement. And it was his last attempt at it.
He's retiring?
Yeah, well, he's not retiring, but he won't be in the World Cup in the next 3 years. So I guess, yeah.
Okay.
He's on the verge of stepping out.
Okay, what is he going to do afterwards? Is he playing for another team?
I think he will be playing still for the team that he normally plays for.
Okay.
I just don't think he'll be at the next 2026.
In the World Cup. Meaning
the World Cup, yeah.
he'll continue regular competition.
Right, but
the World Cup is every 4 years.
Yeah, every 4 years, yeah.
Okay.
So
all right. So he finally wins one.
Finally wins that. I do consider him being, I guess, their MJ.
Yes.
I do still think Ronaldo, his rival, is still in the conversation.
None of them is better than Pele, but that's okay.
Yeah, I was gonna.
Pele is the greatest.
Yeah, for your generation, yes, I can.
Yeah. Pele is the greatest.
And shout out to Pele because Pele be going at these young guys.
He be giving them the business. But it's good to see that him win one for Argentina.
Yeah,
I'm glad
first time since 1986.
86.
And yeah, that's like it would have 4 million people at that.
Oh man, even at the after event, it just was.
It was. I've never seen it. Watching American parades is nothing in comparison.
Nothing compared because this soccer or what they call football over there
is
everything.
Yeah.
So. Win, lose, or draw, it's a big celebration.
Yeah. So, congratulations to Messi.
Congratulations to Messi and Argentina.
You're listening to the sounds of Disabled is Abled podcast.
NFL action. We had the first game, Vikings versus Colts.
This was a monumental game.
To 36. I tuned in. It was 36-21. Colts is winning, and
but no, don't gloss over that.
Sorry,
they were up 33 to nothing.
They was.
Start there.
Yeah, they was up 33 to nothing.
Okay, all right. But when you tuned in,
I had time. But then by the time that I tuned in, it was 21-36. Mm-hmm. They were starting to close the gap. So at this point, Kirk Cousins had threw 3 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm. Isn't Kirk Cousins the same one? You like that?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
So he has some kind of magic with him.
Yes.
In these big moments.
He does. All except right. For Monday night games.
Yeah, Monday night games he does bad.
But then I started to tune in. I was okay. And then we got down to the fourth quarter. It was about 8 minutes left. They marched down the field, made it 28-36. So now they're down by 8. I was like, okay, it's 2 minutes left. All you really got to do is either manage the clock, really, and just get into either field goal range. Somehow, Colts got the ball. They were starting managing at first. I think Matt Ryan took a big sack, kind of got them out of field goal range. And about with 2 minutes left exactly, Vikings got the ball back. And then it was one screen pass just to Cook, and he took off.
Yeah.
Got in, and then they went quickly to the 2-point conversion. Got that. Went to overtime. I believe the Colts got the ball first in overtime. Couldn't do anything with it. And then the Vikings got the ball back, marched down the field, kicked the field goal.
Game winner. Now, here's the thing. Usually when a team is coming back, you know this, from that far, you can beat them twice.
Yeah.
You could be up 33-0. They go on a run, and they get it all the way to 28.
Yeah.
And then y'all get y'all second win.
Right. And then
y'all close them out.
Or even 21, yeah.
Yeah, but the fact that y'all could not, Jeff Saturday is going to get fired. First of all, he's the intern.
Yeah.
Coach anyway, but it just proves you don't just come out of the booth.
Yeah.
And coach an NFL team.
Yeah.
I know he won his first game or something. And
he's the first coach to coach a team on a Saturday named Saturday.
Yes. Okay, I like that. But you don't just come out of the booth with no playoff experience, no coaching experience. I'm not talking about like Herm Edwards or Jimmy Johnson, one of those guys who've coached before.
Right.
This guy never coached, and you bring him and you make. What does that say about your franchise?
And the GMs and the owners.
Yeah, what does that say about them that you're gonna bring some dude who's never coached in before to coach the squad?
Now that was my dad being an analyst, the way that he is.
Yes,
because I was about to flame Matt Ryan.
Oh, you got to flame him too.
Listen, you just became the first quarterback to blow the biggest Super Bowl lead,
28-3,
and the biggest NFL game lead or NFL.
Well, he's gonna be the quarterback on record,
but it wasn't his fault.
He not playing defense.
He's not playing defense. Yes,
it's
not like this is basketball. Where
he's
playing
done.
Both sides.
Listen, if I put up 28 points and you only scored 3, and we got a quarter and a half left, I think I've done my job.
Yeah.
If I put up 33 points
and a pick six,
if I put up 33 points and carve your defense, I think I've done my job.
Right.
And for the defense to let him down twice, to me, it's bad place. It's the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, one of the Super Bowl one, he took a few sacks that he shouldn't have.
Oh no, I'm not gonna say he doesn't deserve any of the blame.
Right, but
he took a few plays.
But the bulk of it doesn't.
Right.
And this saved the Vikings.
Yes.
This clinched their division because the Lions was on there behind a little bit.
Yeah, and I'm not too sure just how good the Vikings are or not because they 1 week they look good, the next week I'm not too sure.
And I heard that the defense is bottom tier.
Yeah, right.
Like 25th.
Look, they gave up 33 points.
Right. So yeah. But yeah, congratulations to the Vikings on that.
Yes.
Matt, I think it's time for you to retire, but that's
I thought once he got traded to the Dome,
I thought it was gonna help.
It would help, but no, it hasn't.
Second game, we had the Bills versus the Dolphins. That score was
a very good game,
32-29. I think the Dolphins in totality outplayed them 3.5 quarters.
Okay.
I just felt like that running game was a problem for their defense.
Yes.
And Tua did just enough with the weapons that he had in Waddle and in Tyreek Hill to get it done. I think in the fourth quarter, though, when it mattered most, and they needed a play, and a big play at that, Josh Allen delivered.
Yes.
Kept it close. Didn't let it get out of hand because at one point they were down by 8, and he just marched around the field with about 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter. marched down the field, wasted about 4 minutes, got the touchdown and the 2-minute conversion. With about 3 minutes left, I thought, okay, cool, because at this point, I'm thinking whoever has the ball last
is going to win the game. Pretty much, yes.
And then Tua does, in my opinion, which is he couldn't manage it. Well, couldn't sustain it and capitalize over the situation that he was in. It was a quick, to me, 3 and out. Because on the fourth and on the 3rd and 5, they kind of just did a little slant route.
Yeah.
I thought they should at least done a little bit of a bigger play.
Yeah,
but they were banking on Tyreek doing what Tyreek does.
Getting that little 5-yard slant and taking it to the house.
Yeah, or
at least
getting a bigger play. Yeah. And it didn't work. They had to punt it, and then now you're giving the ball back to Josh Allen.
And with the game on the line in Buffalo, in the snow.
Right. And they have to win this game because they don't. Miami's still on their behind. And if Miami wins this game, they got the tiebreaker now.
Yes.
So
it was a playoff game.
It was a playoff game.
Yeah.
And they pulled it out 1 by 3.
Yep. So shout out Josh Allen.
Shout out to Josh Allen with the clutchness. Dolphins have now lost 3 in a row after being 8-3.
Yeah.
3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I still think they'll make the playoffs because I looked at their schedule.
It's kind of easy.
Looks kind of easy, but I don't have the confidence in them anymore that I did 3 weeks ago. They can go into anybody's or one of these 2 seed teams and knock them off.
Got you.
Type of feel.
No, I get it. I understand fully.
And on top of that, matter of fact, I'm sorry, if they had won that division, they would have had 2 home games.
Yes.
So
it's a big difference.
Right. I do like what the Bills are doing. I still think defensively, with them losing Von Miller, it's going to hurt them in the long run.
Because he's built for the playoffs.
Right. And I do wonder, and it's weird because I don't think Josh Allen, ironically, is going to get any. He's not going to get banged up any worse than he is now with that whole running as a quarterback because he's too big.
Yeah.
I don't see him having like a major, because normally when you see quarterbacks running every 10 to 15 yards with the ball, because you don't have no great running game like that, you expect eventually the comeuppance are going to come.
Yes.
But because he's built like Big Ben.
True.
Big Ben used to take a lot of big hits.
And
he used to just bounce back up like he was a bouncy ball.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't see that really happening to Josh Allen because, like I said, he's built like Big Ben. But their defense against the run is going to definitely be concerned. That's their Achilles heel.
No, I have to agree with you.
So we'll see if they can keep it up.
Okay.
Anything that you saw in particular from the game? Or?
No. That's pretty much what I saw. It was a game that had to be won
by Buffalo. Yeah.
By both teams, but definitely by Buffalo.
Right.
Buffalo had to win that.
Right. Third game, we had the Raiders and the Patriots. I only really just mentioned this because of the last play.
Yes, this was a weird game.
This was a weird game. The Patriots, I believe, were down by a touchdown. I turned it off.
Well, they were down 21-0 when the game started.
Okay.
Then they worked their way back into the game, put themselves in position. Then they took the lead. And with 2 minutes left, I tuned the game out.
17-3.
Okay, I tuned the game out.
Yeah, I did too.
And with 2 minutes left, once they scored.
But once I saw it, it was
So I don't even know how the Raiders tied the game up.
Well, because it was 17-3. They was up by 2 touchdowns. When I tuned back in, that's when I turned it up. But when I tuned back in, it was 10-17, and we had the ball. Mm-hmm. We went for 2 field goals. Mm-hmm. If I'm not mistaken, we went for 2 field goals. We made it 16-17, and then my running back, who ran for 172 yards, broke out for a touchdown.
Right.
That made it
24, 23.
No, because we also went for a 2-point conversion.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So it was 22 to 17, and we had to go for a 2-point conversion because now we only up by 5.
Gotcha.
We did that. Now we up by a full touchdown, and Derek Carr from the 30-yard line throws it 30 yards down the field, gets a touchdown. I thought he was out of bounds because I saw his foot.
Okay.
It was in the white. They didn't want to call that, but I get it because of the tuck rule.
Right.
So, which is not going to make up for the tuck rule, but whatever. Fine.
Okay, so that's how they tied it up.
Goes into overtime. Oh, no, sorry. With about 30 seconds left, we're marching down the field as much as we possibly can to get into field goal range. It's supposed to go down with 3 seconds left.
Yeah.
Don't. And you can talk about the play because I kind of forgot.
It was a bunch of flea flicker backward lateral passes to try to keep the play alive.
I don't know who really
one pass.
Stephen or
through it, and it gets picked off by the guy who used to
Chancellor Jones.
Chancellor Jones who used to play for y'all, and a weird freakish play, and he runs for a touchdown, and the game is over.
Yeah, that is
just one of the most bizarre plays I've ever seen.
I will admit, it is one of the, I don't know if it tops the butt fumble now.
The butt. Did they score? Did y'all score on the butt fumble?
Yeah, we did.
Okay, but this play was bizarre.
Yes.
This was very bizarre. I've seen a lot of football. That just was very bizarre.
Yeah. And it's too late for Bill Belichick to cut anybody now. It's like,
no, this is what it is.
But yeah, Raiders got a big win off of that, so it is what it is.
And then I saw the Buccaneers play the worst game I think I've ever seen.
You talk about this game because I kind of was watching
play after play after play. After being up 17-3 in the first half of the game,
right?
The Buccaneers looked good.
Tom Brady was carving out that defense.
He was carving out this defense. He was accurate. And then in the third quarter, everything fell out. It was a miscommunicated fake punt play that the guy who caught the ball didn't know was a fake punt play.
Right.
And then it was
It bounced off his helmet or something.
He just didn't know what the play was. And everybody was looking at him like, yo, dude, we called the fake punt. Long story short, right after that, Brady threw an interception.
Yes.
And then Brady fumbled on a sack play, which he rarely does.
He does, right.
Then Brady handed off to the running back, and he fumbled, but it was Brady's fault because the ball was never in his hands. And then Brady threw another interception, and then the snowball just kicked in. And Cincinnati, when you give them a short field like that,
I think
Burrows went to work.
All 4 of those turnovers was in short field position.
All of them. And they scored, I think, on 3 out of 4, maybe all 4 of them. And the ball game was what it was at that point.
And once again, that was a big win for the
Bengals because they stay alive and they stay in the mix with an opportunity to get a home game.
And they won. Now they won 7 at all the last 7 games.
Yes.
So big win for the Bengals. They do look like the best team in the AFC. Not gonna hold you.
I don't know about all that.
Well, they have the momentum.
I don't know about all that.
They are the defending AFC champs.
They're looking better.
Yes.
Put it like that.
Okay.
They're looking better.
Right. Okay.
You're listening to the sounds of Disabled is Abled podcast.
We'd like to mention Franco Harris, Hall of Fame running back from the Pittsburgh Steelers, passed away today. He's won 4 Super Bowls, most famous for the Immaculate Reception, which some people say was a catch, some people say wasn't, but he was a part of those Pittsburgh Steelers iconic teams from the 70s and early 80s. And we like to send our deepest condolences to that Hall of Famer and all that he has contributed to the game of football.
Yes, legendary
Steelers
player. And in my opinion, I still don't think that was a catch, but
yeah. Well, the camera angles back then weren't what they are today.
Right.
And as a result, so let's get into our picks.
The score is
126-120.
Right. Fredy has 126. I have 120.
And I have 107. Albeit with 1 week less than y'all. I could have 116, 117 and be in the mix. I'm not arguing. I'm just letting the fans know I'm not that bad at picking. I just want to say that.
I would give you that.
All right, so let's move forward. I got 3 weeks to make up 25 games.
All right.
I'm taking a deep breath and I'm ready right now. Let's do it.
Okay, let's go with the Jets team because that's your favorite team. They play the Jaguars in New York.
I think the Jets are finished. It's a short week. Even though they're in New York, I think the Jaguars win this game.
I do too. I'm taking the Jaguars as well. And I do think the Jaguars have a strong chance of winning the division now.
Yes, they do.
The next game we have Saturday, Falcons versus Ravens. I'm going to take the Both of these teams lost.
Give me the Ravens. They're at home. I'll take them.
Give me the Ravens, too. I don't trust the Falcons anymore. Mm-hmm. Lions at Panthers. Give me the Lions. They won 6 out of their last 7 games.
What's the Panthers' record?
Panthers are 5-9.
And what's the Lions' record?
7-7, but they won their last 6 out of 7 games.
Give me the Panthers. Give me the Panthers. I'm going to take the Panthers in that one.
He has a lot more to this. He's just way more behind. The Bills at Bears. Saturday again.
I'm going to take the Bills. I'll take the Bills.
Yeah. Why are all these games? Okay, whatever. Saints and Browns. I'm going to take the Bills as well. Sorry. Saints and Browns. I'm going to take the Browns.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Browns in that one.
I like the way Deshaun Watson has been playing. Seattle's at Kansas City Chiefs. I'm taking the Chiefs.
I, too, am taking the Chiefs in that game.
All right. Browns versus Vikings. Giants versus Vikings. I'm taking the Vikings.
Ooh, Giants need to win out. Vikings, Giants defense. Give me the Giants.
Okay. Bengals at New England. I'm going to take the Bengals.
Yeah, Bengals at New England. Give me the Bengals.
And they disappointed me with that last play. Texans versus Titans. Titans have been on a losing streak. I think that ends.
Give me the Titans. But their quarterback, Tannehill, is out.
Oh, then give me the Texans.
I'm still going to take the Titans.
Give me the Texans. The Texans have played tough in the last 2 matchups. Commanders at 49ers. Give me the 49ers.
Commanders.
49ers have the best defense in the league.
49ers. Rookie quarterback. They went
49ers have the best defense in the league.
Give me the 49ers.
Okay, there you go.
Give me 49ers.
There you go. Eagles at Cowboys. Jalen Hurts isn't playing. Give me the Cowboys.
He's not playing? Is it official?
I'm sure I know.
The game doesn't really have the same spark. If the Cowboys hadn't lost last week, a game they should have won. But I'll take the Cowboys.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Cowboys. Raiders at Steelers. Give me the Raiders.
Give me the Steelers.
Packers at Miami. Give me the Dolphins.
Packers. Give me the Packers because your man Favre is trying to make the playoffs.
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers. I said Favre.
Broncos versus Rams. Broncos got a win last week. Rams are eliminated from the contention.
Give me the Broncos. No, where they playing
at? LA.
Give me the Rams.
Give me
the Rams. Give me the Rams.
Give me the Broncos. Buccaneers at Arizona. Cardinals. Give me the Bucks.
Both of these teams are washed.
Yeah.
Give me the Cardinals.
And Monday night, Chargers, Colts, Chargers.
Yes, Chargers.
Mom, we good? You got all? Okay.
All right, those are our picks. Got those in.
I'll get Freddie's in later.
We'll get Freddie's picks in later. And let's talk a little bit of NBA.
You're listening to the sounds of Disabled is Abled podcast.
Side note in baseball, Carlos
Correa,
who we thought was signing with the Giants.
Yes. Is
in a 12-hour flipperoo,
yeah.
Has gone to the Mets.
He has gone to the Mets.
And he's going to play third base.
And so, wait, he doesn't normally play third base, correct?
Right, he's pulling the Alex Rodriguez.
Oh, okay. So, big news for the Mets with that.
Yeah, they've been spending a lot of money.
Their owner is, right now, currently has spent $800 million in free agency.
Yeah, he's not playing.
He is not playing.
Because baseball has no, salary cap.
Right.
So you can get in there and spend that bread.
They say he's very close to spending a billion.
Yep.
I would not be surprised if he even does that, depending on who else is out there.
Yes.
I don't know what happened to the San Francisco got duped twice.
Oh, remember with Judge,
they were gonna get that contract to Judge.
Right.
They ended up giving it to Correa, and then he backed out.
Yeah. Well, it's the way it goes.
It is what it is. Now you want.
Yeah, we can get into the NBA.
NBA? All right.
You're listening to the sounds of Disabled is Abled podcast.
The Knicks have won 8 in a row.
And
the
Brooklyn Nets have won 6.
6 in a row. So both of those teams are playing very well. What happened with Thibodeau and the Knicks, from what I understand, is they cut the rotation down to 9 players, which is usually a playoff rotation.
Right.
But he's just found a mix with those 9 players,
right.
And everything comes and goes with Julius Randle.
Is anybody butthurt about that?
Well, I think Derrick Rose is, and maybe a few other players, but you can't be butthurt when you win.
Well, yeah, I mean, Derrick Rose, I don't expect him to be butthurt. I think he's a
veteran. He understands what's going on. And this Jalen Brunson pickup was huge because he steadies the floor. He really, really does. He's really solid point guard. And so I don't know how far they can go in the playoffs, but I do know they're playing well. And look out, here come Brooklyn Nets.
Brooklyn has been 12-3 since Kyrie has returned.
Yep, so shout out both of those teams. Those New York teams are playing well.
Yes. Brooklyn has to face Golden State. They should win that game because we suck on the road.
When is that, tonight?
That should be tonight, I believe.
Okay.
Also, Curry's not playing, so it's not any magnitude.
Curry is averaging 30 points, 50, 40, 90 shooting splits.
Yeah.
Wow, that is always impressive.
Yeah. At the age of 34, so.
Yeah, and the Lakers are Lakering.
Yeah.
Anthony Davis is out.
Anthony Davis is out.
Again.
They said, I got an inside scoop, but that ankle injury might be a little bit worse than they thought.
Oh.
That it may be a Chet situation with the rookie.
Oh.
So, I don't know.
This dude, man, I just tell you, bro.
I kind of need Woj to confirm it, but that was from a different source. But we'll wait and see. I didn't understand why they kept LeBron and Westbrook out in that Phoenix game, but apparently, like you said, they got hurt.
Yeah, maybe it was a day of rest.
Right.
You know, after playing countless mini games, but it is what it is.
Yeah, you can't get too hyped.
So Andrew Bynum and Monty are back at it, huh?
Oh, you mean Deandre Ayton?
Yeah, Deandre. What'd I say?
Andrew Bynum. I was like, he's out of
Andrew
here.
Bynum. Yeah, Deandre Ayton.
They got into a little scuffle because they lost to the Washington.
A team they should beat.
They should have beaten. They was on a 10-game losing streak. And going into the fourth quarter, the Wizards went on a 22-2 run, and that would pretty much piss off.
And I guess they blame Ayton for it.
I think so. I think Monty covered it up and said that he was going at the whole team, but it looked like he was just going at Ayton.
Yeah.
Because he can't put all his eggs in Ayton.
Yeah.
Like, in terms of
Ayton don't want to be there, so
yeah. So
something's gonna have to give. But I don't trade for him unless I get back a rant.
Also, who wants that contract? Because technically they could trade for him. I mean, they could trade him January 18th, but who wants that big contract?
Yeah.
Side note, I hope Chris Paul is okay.
What happened to Chris Paul?
Because he hasn't been playing well.
Well, Father Time is undefeated.
And he looked old last year.
Yeah.
He's 37-38.
He's playing out his now. See, what happens is when you give them veterans that last contract,
that last big one, yeah.
That last big one, you know, the first 2 years of it, they're gonna be productive. And the last 3, they just collecting money.
Okay.
But you find yourself in a tough spot because they can go somewhere else. Somebody's going to pay them. And everybody know when you get to these last years, even LeBron.
Right.
You signed him to a 5-year deal for $200
but
million.
He's not. Well,
no, he's LeBron. He's the exception to the rule.
Yeah.
But most of these guys, because even this contract with Aaron Judge, it's a 10-year deal or 9-year deal.
Right.
You know, about 6 of them years, he's probably going to be very productive.
Exactly. And then the last 3.
And then the last 3, you're going to be paying him $40 million a year for nothing.
Right.
Sit on the bench.
Side note, shout out to the Yankees for making Judge the captain.
Yes, shout out for them making Judge the captain.
Back to CP. I didn't think that he deserved another full-year contract when he got to the Phoenix.
But he's still one of the best point guards. And
like
then you
said,
think about the market, Phoenix.
Right.
Look at what he did that first year he got there.
Yeah.
So you
and even that second year, they even had the best.
So he knew.
So
I still have high value. It's just that you don't know when the floor is going to drop out.
Right.
And it has appeared to have dropped out
Yeah.
on
them.
You're listening to the sounds of Disabled is Abled podcast.
So we went to go see Avatar.
I'm gonna let you because you.
I'm just going to give a quick review. I think Avatar made the Black Panther look like a Scooby-Doo movie.
Yeah.
I thought the plot, I thought the special effects, I thought the music, the storyline, the actors, it just was a very, very good. And it didn't feel like 3 hours plus.
Yeah, it didn't. I will agree. I don't know about the music. I didn't really hear that much music.
No, I'm just saying the cinematic soundtrack.
Yeah. Okay.
Keeping you suspenseful and engaged.
I did like that. I did like the. It kind of gave me a little bit of Star Wars vibes between his eldest son and his youngest son, with Obi-Wan Kenobi being his oldest and his youngest being like an Anakin
Skywalker, yep.
Where his oldest one is more composed, takes more of the leadership, takes more of the blame for the little one, and
covering up for
him. And his youngest one kind of being the outcast and the rebel. Not listening.
So we can see some subplots for the next story. Thought the story was great. I thought they did a really great job of recapping the last time we saw them, and then just mixing it into this one. Right. So even if you didn't see the first one,
you still understood.
You still understand what's going on.
Right. So I did like that. And here's the thing: Avatar has always been to me a more spiritual movie than an action-packed. Action film. So I think a lot of people are like disappointed in that. But if you go watch the first one, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's like 20% action, 80% spiritual.
Yeah. It's a different kind of movie.
Right. So I think and James Cameron did a good job. Also, it will be available in China, so they'll get more revenue.
We look for it.
So yeah.
Where can we be reached?
We can be reached on YouTube, Twitter, and IG at Disabled is Abled Podcast. Hit the bell notification when we notify. Like, comment, subscribe, and happy holidays, people.
Happy holidays. We'll see you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please throw your hands in the air for the greatest podcast on earth when it comes to music, sports, and culture. Disabled is Abled with your host, Eli and Fredy. So put your hands